Good morning, everybody. This is Curtis. I was going to help my neighbor today do some work on his Nissan Pathfinder or Armada. He got an Armada. And looks like he didn't get the parts today, so I guess that's done. But I've been working on my vehicle and working on Karen's vehicle. The neighbor I'm talking about has a friend that he spends some time working on vehicles. And it's that time of year, with everything else going on, with the economy and the government shutdown and all of that. You gotta make sure your stuff is straight, because we don't know how long this all is gonna last and all of that. But I actually did do some repairs on my vehicle, this little Toyota Matrix. And I gotta pump up the tires. On it today. But I wanted to say that cheap comes out expensive. So about a month ago, I bought the coil packs and spark plugs from Amazon for this car, 2008 Toyota Matrix. I put them in, and come to find out the gaps were wrong. This car uses iridium spark plugs, and 3 of the coil packs evidently are good, but one of them was bad. So I ended up going to O'Reilly's yesterday, and I ended up spending $82 on one coil pack, and then $13 on one spark plug. Got here after the car was running really, really terrible. I mean, it was pretty much running on 3 cylinders. So I don't know if it was the spark plug or the coil pack, but I changed both. And usually when I'm sitting in here, you can hear the motor surging like this, which it has really calmed down a lot, but I still have to deal with that surge when I put it in drive, so I'm still looking into that. But I changed out the coil pack, and it's running a lot better. I had a problem with the RPMs getting up to around 3,000, and it would just lose power. Well, it's not doing that anymore, so that's a positive. But like I say, now I have the low tire pressure again, so I'm going to go out here and check all of the tire pressures and make sure they're straight. And I'll be able to roll on for a little while longer. But I've got to go get, for Karen's car, 2012 Chevy Equinox, I gotta go get new O2 sensors. I think that will fix her vehicle. She has a constant check engine light on hers. And a few weeks ago, we dealt with Diamond's car. Diamond's car had a leaky front brake bleed valve, and I ended up taking that to somebody because I don't really mess with brakes too much. And, but anyway, I just wanted to get on and say you got to do your due diligence with your vehicles. If you can't move, you can't make no money, you can't function. So I'm very thankful that my car ended up somewhat getting fixed. There's still a little issue with the electronics. Like right now I'm sitting here and the backlight for the instrument cluster is going in and out. That could just be a fuse, could be anything, but like I said, I'm just gonna try to figure it out and keep things moving. But as far as the movement and all of that of the vehicle, I think that might have to do with the alternator situation or whatever. But it's got a new alternator, new battery, and it's still doing the same thing. So just gotta continue to research that, find out what's going on with that. But yeah, today we're just gonna do some research online about this vehicle. This vehicle has 214,550 miles on it, and it's still serviceable. You know, like I said, I got to check that tire pressure, make sure that's straight, and figure out why the backlight on the instrument cluster is blinking on and off, and then we should be straight. But I really appreciate y'all following me along on my vehicle repair journey. I should just make a whole playlist on working on these vehicles, and I probably will once I get all the videos made up. I was gonna go live, but where I'm located is not a good spot to go live. So if I go somewhere else today, I might go live from the vehicle. Or I might just go in the house and go live from my laptop. I don't know. But been dealing with a little bit of depression, and you know, I haven't went squirrel hunting in a while, and the temperature's dropping the way I want it, but I want the leaves and everything to fall off the trees so that I believe I'll have more success squirrel hunting when I can find the squirrels in the trees without the leaves. But yeah, that's my life in a nutshell as of right now. And it's okay, you know. Karen and I been talking. You know, she says, I know you're going through some things right now, but you know, we can't quit. We can't fall backwards. We have to keep going forward, and I agree. But yeah, so that's about all I had for today in my little vlog. They call it a Halloween vlog, whatever. I just call it living life. And so that's gonna conclude the big video for today. You know, always trusting God, y'all. I've implemented some of that into my content, and it's still relevant. You know, trusting God, because He has the answers. You know, already know how the outcome's gonna be. He says he's the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. So if you trust in him, you will never go wrong. So that's all I got to say about that. And today is gonna get better. And like I said, I'm thankful that my vehicle's running better, but we still got some other vehicles to work on. Like I said, I wanted to help my neighbor, but he said he didn't get his parts in. And I don't have everything. He put my jack back on the back of my truck. So I guess he's not going to work on that today. But yeah, so this is Curtis. You're inside the Curtis Minor Experience. And we will catch y'all on the next video.